Good morning children. Today we will study two different credit situations. In this lesson we have already studied how banks are providing money or loan to the people or loan to the needy, and how loan activities of the banks are taking place in the previous class. Today how the credit is available or credit for the two persons. A large number of transactions in our day-to-day life or activities involve credit. That means some people who are giving us credit, okay, that may be some institutions, etc. So credit or loan, when we are getting it, there is an agreement between two people, which is the lender or borrower. Lender is the person who is lending money or any other thing, that can be money or goods and services, to any person. The person who is in need, who is called the borrower. So there is an agreement or condition between these two people, lender and borrower, that the amount which is credited will be, or lended to the borrower, will be returned after a specific period, okay, with an extra amount, that is called the interest, that we know that. So there are different people, okay, in the rural area we know there are money lenders also illegally paying the loan to the people, or especially rural laborers or agriculture farmers, they are buying the money, they are taking the loan from the money lenders. So here we will study that how different situations are there in the two different persons, how they are borrowing money and how difficult their life also. Sometimes it becomes a positive effect and a negative effect also. So in a festival season, 2 months before from now, there is a festival season. One example we will study the person who is a shoe manufacturer, Salim. Okay, the example of Salim we will study. Now Salim is a shoe manufacturer. He is getting a call from a big trader in the city. From the city there is a trader calling to Salim that he wants 3,000 pairs of shoes in the coming months. During the festival season he wants 3 pairs of shoes. Then Salim has to manufacture 3,000 pairs, not 3,000 pairs of shoes. Okay, so here he is getting the order, then he does not have money to buy the materials. So raw materials he needs to buy. No money, so he has to buy the raw materials and arranging the 2-3 extra workers also. Salim alone cannot make these many shoes within 1 or 2 months for the festival season. So he is hiring 2-3 laborers, 2-3 workers he is hiring, and they started the the shoe manufacturer. Here we come to know that he asks the leather supplier to supply the leather, okay, freely now, promising that he will pay later. Now he is not borrowing money from anybody, okay. Salim is asking the leather supplier that supply the raw materials freely now, that amount will be paid after he is selling the shoes to the trader. So he promises to pay him later. Secondly, he obtains a loan in cash from the large trader. Now another person, the trader who has given order to Salim, also he is paying some amount as a loan. So here that at the end of the month, Salim is able to deliver the order, make a good profit from here. So he can repay the money that he had borrowed from the big trader, and to that trader only he is selling the shoes, and also to the leather supplier he had given him freely the goods, also raw materials. So all this amount he cleared without much problems, and he also earned a very good profit from it. That is his extra earning. Now in this case we can find out there is Salim obtains credit to meet the working capital what is needed. Working capital means the amount invested for the his business, his manufacturing of shoes. So credit here, then after that without much problem he sold out the shoes to the trader and he earned a huge profit. Here we know that credit, he also got the credit. We know that he collected the loan from the trader also, but credit therefore plays a vital and very important and positive role in this situation. Okay, so it was profitable for Salim. Now another case we will study about Swapna. Swapna is a small farmer, grows groundnut on her 3 acres of land. She takes a loan from a money lender. She has no proper documents for her land. She is approaching a money lender in the village. Money lender, we know that the persons who without any documents he can pay to amount any amount to any persons. Okay, so here money lender is paying Swapna some amount that here she feels that she can buy the pesticides, arranging the water supply, all the seeds, etc. So she started cultivation. We know that, and when in between, in the middle, the crops were hit by the pests, she also used expensive pesticides to kill them. Even though she has taken all the, she had taken all the precautions, but her crops failed. But at the end, after completion of the harvesting season, there was nothing, no profit was earned. So she was unable to repay the money lender how much of debt she has owed to him. So what happens at the end of the year, she had no money to pay back to the loan, pay back to the money lender as her loan, and also for the next cropping season she had to, without paying back the money already she borrowed, she had to make a fresh loan for the cultivation. Next cultivation season she is again taking loan without paying the previous loan and its interest were remaining. So what happens, she became a debt tribune, and also we know that she is unable to pay back. And the second time also she had no money, then no money to repay the loan, and also she had to sell the land for clearing the debt. Okay, she had 3 acres of land. She had to sell out the land for clearing the debt. So in rural areas we can find mainly demand is for crop cultivation. Most of the people are farmers. They need money for the cultivation of crops. So crop production involves many types of costs. We know that they need to buy seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water, electricity, repairing of their equipments like plows or whatever the machines they are using. So all these for all this work they need a large capital. Okay, physical capital they need to invest. So that people generally approach the banks. If they don't have proper documents, banks do not provide them loan. But here, so that they approach the money lenders without any such kind of the documents. If the person knows personally these people, so the individual money lenders know the individuals in the villages personally, so that without any documents or without any type of agreement, they are providing loan to the people who are borrowing. So here what happens, money is, the interest is very high, higher than the banks and all. So here credit, instead of helping the Swapna, it was a negative impact. It was worse than the profit. She did not get any profit, and also here the credit was has had a negative impact in Swapna's life. Okay, so here in case of pushing the borrower to a situation from which recovery is very painful, such kind of problems are occurring here. There some cases Salim, we know that there was a positive impact on him, he borrowed the loan, but in Swapna's case it was a completely negative impact because she had to sell out her land also. Okay, so here what are the terms of credit that we are going to study in the coming class?